Carrot cake and cream cheese frosting are a match made in heaven.
Today I'll be showing you my version of carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. This is another super easy dessert to make that is so delicious and perfect for any occasion. All you really need are some pantry staples, cinnamon, nutmeg, cream cheese, and carrots to make this.
Welcome back. My name is Daniel, a home cook who's passionate about food, here to show you simplified recipes that are easy to follow using common ingredients. If you're new to this channel, be sure to hit subscribe and the notification bell for more delicious recipes that your friends and family will love. Now let's get started on that carrot cake with cream cheese frosting.
Start by adding 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg to a bowl. Whisk that all together until it is well combined. Yes, this cake uses a lot of cinnamon. Then set the dry ingredients aside. We'll be using 2 large carrots in this recipe. Start grating the carrots into shreds using a box grater, being careful not to nick your fingers when you near the end. Repeat with the second carrot, and this should yield about 2 cups of shredded carrots. Now this is optional, but I'm adding in half a cup of walnuts here and giving them a good rough chop. I'll also reserve a few for garnishing the cake at the end. Use whatever mix-ins you want. Raisins are pretty popular here. Coat the carrots and whatever mix-ins you are using in about 1 or 2 tablespoons of the flour mixture. This will help prevent it from sinking to the bottom of the batter, especially if you are baking a thicker cake. Now set that aside. Measure out 1/3 cup of vegetable oil to start the wet ingredients and pour that into a large mixing bowl. Add in a 1/4 cup of white sugar, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and whisk that all together so the sugar dissolves. It is ready when it looks something like this. Now crack in 2 room temperature eggs and half a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Then whisk that all together. You can do this vigorously at this stage. Keep whisking until it looks smooth and glossy like so. Next, sift in the dry ingredients and fold it in gently. I first attempted using a spatula for this, but I soon switched to a wooden spoon for a much easier time. Keep stirring while scraping the sides of the bowl down until all of the flour disappears and you get a consistency that looks something like this. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and add in your carrots and optional mix-ins. It was walnuts for me today. Fold them in, being careful not to overmix the batter. Overmixing will lead to a dense and tough cake, which is not what we want. If you find the batter too thick like I did, just add a tablespoon or 2 of water to loosen it up. It will make this go much easier. Eventually, everything will be well mixed and you can pour the cake batter into a well-greased cake pan. I'm using a 9" by 9" square pan today for a shorter baking time, but I recommend using a 7" by 7" square pan or even a 6" round cake pan for this. Spread the batter out evenly in the pan, and now it is ready to go into the oven to bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for between 30 to 35 minutes. Like I mentioned earlier, because I used a bigger pan today, I pulled mine out at 25 minutes. Once the cake is done baking, remove it from the oven and check for doneness with a toothpick. When it comes out clean, it is done. Transfer the cake to a wire rack after 10 minutes to cool completely. In the meantime, add 2½ ounces of cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 1/3 cup of powdered sugar, a pinch of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract to a clean bowl. Now mix this all together with a clean wooden spoon to make the cream cheese frosting. Make sure your cream cheese and butter are both softened to room temperature, and it is crucial that everything you use here is clean, because we are not cooking the frosting in any way. Do not use the same utensils or bowl as before unless you have washed it well. As you can see, this frosting comes together so easily within minutes. Place it into the fridge until you are ready to use it. Once the cake has cooled, give the frosting a few stirs to loosen it up. Then dollop it all over the cake and spread it evenly with a spatula. You can always double the amount of frosting if you want it sweeter, but I think this amount is perfect for me. Because my cake was thin, I could have cut my cake in two and stacked it with the frosting in the middle to make it look even better, but it didn't cross my mind as I was frosting it. I'll remember that for next time. In any case, it will taste just as delicious. I also garnished it with some walnuts from earlier to make it look pretty. And there it is, my version of the classic carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. While it makes a terrific dessert, you can also leave the frosting off and cut the sugar in half for a delicious breakfast as well. Be sure to give this one a try. Hope you enjoy.
Alright guys, it's time for the taste test. Carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. I'm so excited. First bite. Oh yeah. Oh man. One more bite. Can really taste the carrots, the cinnamon, the nutmeg. Just a perfect combination of flavors. Carrot cake is of course one of the best spice cakes out there. You can also mix in different kinds of nuts. Pecans would be wonderful with this. I used walnuts today. You can also add raisins. Now raisins are kind of a controversial thing in carrot cake. I made it both without and with. I kind of like them. I didn't make it with them today, but I still think it tastes fantastic. Cloves would be another spice that would work really well in this cake. The walnuts in here add a nice extra crunch, and it's so delicious. Just gonna take another bite. Carrot cake and cream cheese frosting are a match made in heaven. Now I made my frosting not too sweet and I didn't want to use too much of it. That's why I put only a thin layer of frosting. You can certainly double or triple the amount of frosting if you want a lot more frosting on your cake. You can make different layers, have a cream cheese filling in the middle. Super delicious. It's not too sweet. I use less sugar than a lot of other recipes out there. And even I think that this sugar could actually be reduced even more. If you also want it for breakfast and you don't want it too sweet, just leave the frosting off and you can frost half of the cake. You can also keep the frosting in the fridge for whenever you want to frost it. If you're interested in dessert for breakfast, I also have an oatmeal raisin recipe that you can go check out. Now I do find it's best served chilled. I left it in the fridge to cool for a while before I took it out and frosted the cake. Oh man. I might as well finish it. I mean, this is delicious. Oh. Yummy. I really hope you try this cake out. It is so delicious, super easy to make, and comes together so quickly. Your friends and family are really gonna love this one. And as always, if you like this video, remember to give me a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you like to put into your carrot cake. And remember to hit subscribe and that notification button so you stay updated on all my delicious recipes. I will see everyone soon. Till next time, bye everyone.